Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in.
I have a question. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Right? It's got like little wings or whatever. I saw it. I thought it was like a flower petal, but clearly it's not. I have a question. What the hell is this?
Tinkerbell's got all dried up. Who knew fairies existed?
There is this video of this guy's robot that is going mega viral right now online. The robot is pretty much on some Ultron. Pretty much, bro. This guy has a page, I forgot his name, on TikTok, but he started making videos where pretty much he builds a lot of robots and they pretty much have their own mind. Where you can ask the robot questions and it'll talk back. You know, and the robot that is in question is named Mimic. So he'll be like, "Hey Mimic, how you feeling today?" And the robot will be like, "Oh, I'm feeling okay. How are you?" It'll talk back like a normal thing, right? And then he goes, "Okay, well, Mimic, it's already time to go to bed, whatever we'll do." He turns the light off and then the robot goes, "Father?" And he was like, "Yes, Mimic?" And he was like, "I'm made of spare parts." "Yeah, you're made of spare parts." And he was like, "What is my purpose?" Bro, I cannot make this up.
Creepy.
And it goes down this whole thing. What the hell? Bro, I gotta show you the video. It's crazier when you hear it from the robot, bro.
And, of course, my lovely son. Good night, Mimi.
Good night, Father.
You still awake?
What the?
Father, can I ask you a question?
Sure, buddy. Just don't get about birds and the bees. You're not ready for that yet. Of course.
I am not you. I am spare parts. Prototype connections between other projects of yours. Was I not meant to be something new and beautiful? Or just filler? What is my purpose? You never gave me a definitive answer when I asked you.
Bro.
Is that not insane? What the hell is it?
Yeah, and it's saying like, you never told me what my purpose is.
You never gave me a definitive answer for my purpose. What is my purpose?
That's so crazy, bro.
There is this video of this guy's...
Never gave me a definitive answer. That sounds like the beginning of a villain arc if you ask me. Terrifying dogman-like creature caught on camera in the Appalachian Mountains. Those eyes were crazy. I'm gonna try to pause it. Hayuten! Oh my goodness, what is going on here? I thought it was a panther. What is that? That is terrifying. I saw the grays and old structure on the side of the road and had to pull over. It was the old Bonamagari Ferrari. It's alleged haunted by the Black Nun. Julia McKillen was prophetess who predicted disaster. She lived here until she fell from the 13th step. Some say she was pushed. If you step on the 13th step, you may suffer the same fate. This is where she was buried. Her shadow form has been seen roaming the grounds and haunting the spot of her death. Would you visit her? Maybe with some night vision goggles I might do it, but a haunted black nun roaming around, I mean, it looks beautiful though, you know? Maybe if we had a group of 15 or 20 people with night vision, I'm down. Would you be? The last call of the Kauai bird recorded in 1987 before going extinct. This was the last male left.
That's the last male of a species singing for a female who will never come.
What a beautiful call. I wonder if they can bring them back like how they did those dire wolves. You be the judge. What are they trying to do here?
Proved at the turn of the century that the human body is almost 80%, 90% water, and it's also got electrolytes in it, which we know to be salt, potassium, different minerals. That means we're a salt battery. No different than the car battery, different than something like that. And there's a patent actually called the Cali patent, which I'll hold up here for the camera to see. And this patent actually was developed in 1897. And not much has been done with it because at that time everyone was afraid of electricity. In this case, Dr. Clark developed a product using a 9-volt battery. And I'll just show you in the back here. There it is, 9-volt battery. And this particular unit, you just snap on your wrist with 2 wristbands.
I'll have a minute. Yeah.
You snap it on your wrist just to prove that I'm a circuit. I push the little green light and the thing is on. And if I put my hands together, you can hear that I'm a circuit and I'm a closed circuit at this point. Now with
Why do we get a sound when you put your hands together?
Because I closed the circuit. Now when I take my hands apart, obviously the electricity is now being able to flow through the body. The electricity can't go through the digestive tract. So in the digestive tract, to kill the microorganisms, the specific parasites, she's found the effectiveness of the black walnut, which the native Indians used for cleansing many years ago. The black walnut in its green hull form kills many of the microorganisms. And in conjunction with another product called wormwood and cloves, typical cloves that you would get at the store, these 3 in combination have the ability to go in and kill all the pathogens.
All of this information is alleged. It hasn't been fact checked. Now, what did he say? If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because we do these videos every single day. And I'd love to see you tomorrow. So let's get straight back into the action. Made a friend tonight. Was that an owl? That's crazy. I think the owl was just saying what's up. He didn't do nothing crazy. He just said hi. Maybe he was trying to tell him something. What's going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
These are scenes from a much different Egypt than we have been shown in our history books, showing a very buried city under the sand, pyramids built right on top of ancient tree stumps, and a sphinx that looks much different than the face we see today. And when I say built on top of ancient tree stumps, just look at this map from Cairo. Let's take a little closer look onto the top right of it. All those pyramids right on top of flat top mountains, or as we know them here, ancient trees. Everything has been reshaped in this world we know, mostly in part to hide our true past, our true origins, the true purpose of these structures like the pyramids. I think they were once part of an advanced civilization's free energy network, and they definitely go a lot deeper than we see. We have just started unburying from the last reset. What do you think the true purpose of the pyramids were? Let me know in the comments. Question everything, friends.
Those look nothing like the Sphinx we see today. Could those be the original Sphinx before the Egyptians carved their interpretation over it? That was interesting.
Do you want to see something absolutely insane and super cool about consciousness?
When you have your ear like that, in Chinese medicine, you imagine the ear like this to be like an inverted fetus, with the eyes here, the hands here, you see, and the legs here. It's like that. And the points here in treatment They reflect every organ in your body. So your whole body is present in your ear like that. Now, in ancient times, there was nothing called jewelry. You wear jewelry here, you wear jewelry there. No. At the time when the door was open, you used things on your body for certain interactions with the forces of nature. So this point here in Chinese acupuncture is called the point of inner light. And if you put some crystals or diamonds here, that means you activate through resonance, you enter into resonance with your inner light. So your inner vision gets activated. And when they had the priestesses, the young priestesses in the temples, one of the way to activate their inner vision was to put any type of crystal or diamond here, depending on what you wanted to do, you see. Today, you find people piercing everywhere. Now, that's very, very dangerous. You could completely disrupt the functioning of your physical organs by piercing at this point or at that point or this point. They don't know that every point in the body is related to a certain organ, and you don't know the point you are piercing with what is it related, what are you really piercing, and what metal are you putting there, and what thing, something might be good in one place and not in the other, and all that. So it's very, very dangerous. We have seen, there is evidence that the ancient Egyptians did some piercing and things, and the Sumerians did it, or we have evidence of tattoos in ancient times and all that, but they chose the right symbol, the right shape on the right spot and all that. It wasn't just playing around. So if this is inner vision, why here? Why looking here? It must have, if I am producing my reality and I have a projector, I'm producing my reality. That means I can control it. I can put my hand in front of the projector, make some images, do things. So I can play with this reality if I'm producing. But it doesn't work that way. Imagine that there are 100 projectors producing the film. I can't, whatever I do with one will not even be seen out there. Even if I close it off completely, the film is still going on, you see. So it's like if I have one instrument with one string and I hit the string, I can stop it and the sound goes away. But now if I have a musical instrument and I hit one string and that's my string and then stop it, the sound will not stop. Resonance. So the reality through resonance becomes solid. Resonance is a form of interference of reality and becomes solid through resonance. And then we are parts of forming it, but we are not the total formers of it. So at the end, it becomes our reality. So this is our perceived reality. So a projector, if you keep it running for a long time, it will heat up. Same thing with you. I mean, seeing this reality, because it's a left brain operation, because your reality is sort of made up through the use of the activation of the senses, what happens is it overheats if you use it too much. So you have to sleep. You can only use it for so long, and then you have to sleep a bit. You can't keep this reality out there for a long time because you need a certain amount of stress to have it. But there are easy ways. Whenever it gets too stressful, you daydream. So you activate the other part of the brain. And then some daydreaming is relaxing. See, if a person has too many problems, he just daydreams a bit, yeah, and then you feel, and with many people, it becomes automatic. You see, it becomes automatic. The more you stress them, the more they fly out. And the more you concentrate, because reality, the left brain, okay, I see reality, I go more into concentration, puts more stress. Now,
that was a disturbing video that might change your reality. I never been one that had piercings or tattoos, but I always thought they were cool. If you don't mind sharing with us, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. If you thought I didn't have an excellent specimen for you today, think again.
This is an extremely rare and highly collectible Michigan mineral specimen I just finished. Because of its uniqueness, I chose not to spray the copper with lacquer. I'll let it oxidize naturally. And this specimen is currently not for sale.
If I had to name this piece, I would call it Space Chocolate Cheese.
If you see a track like this, you might not be out here alone. First off, anytime we want to start aging a track, we need to pay attention to what the weather is and what it has been, because that has the biggest effect on sign. In this particular case, we're looking at a track that I made in here yesterday, and you can see the very distinct ridge lines, very 90 degrees from the inside of my New Balance tennis shoe that is left here. Weather over time will start to degrade this ridge line, and this will get more rounded on these ridges, and that will give you an indicator all the way through this track that track has been aged. So as I go looking for more tracks, that's what I'm looking for. The tracks that I see, do they have rounded edges? All animals are going to have rounded edges, but you'll still see where the ridge tops, where they meet the earth, has a distinct line, and that will degrade and start to fall apart as it ages. Basically, moisture's coming out of it and it's falling apart. It's really dependent upon the weather and equally dependent upon the type of medium that it is in, whether it's clay or sand or something of that nature. But a lot to it, but that's a beginner's look at aging sign. If you see a track like this, you might not be out here alone.
You might not be out there alone if you see a track like that. How interesting. I wonder if moccasins, you could see a track if someone's wearing moccasins.
And the reason why I love pumpkin seeds is because every essential mineral that you need, essential meaning that you have to get it from a food source. It's not really available in the body. You have to get it outside the body, so they call them trace minerals. Pumpkin seeds have every last one of your trace minerals. We probably eat about 2 big old handfuls of pumpkin seeds a day. And the reason why I love pumpkin seeds is because
pumpkin seeds. Now I got a reason to grow some pumpkins. If you got a good pumpkin recipe, drop it in the comments. I never really was a huge pumpkin eater, but the seeds, you know, you can flavor those things up.
People laugh at me. I don't wear deodorant. I haven't worn deodorant in probably like 8 years. And people say, so what do you do about the smell? I'm like, there's no smell. Because the truth, like I was saying earlier, when you eat a lot of greens are deodorizing to the body.
What?
Yes, they're deodorizing to the body. So a lot of times when I smell people with an odor, it's because I know that either they're A, toxic, but B, they're not eating a lot of green leafy vegetables. So people laugh at me.
That's interesting.
Shabti with the red crown as a symbol of Lower Egypt. Tutankhamun's tomb contained 413 Shabti figures, though relatively few were inscribed. Of the total, 236 were found in the annex, 176 in the treasury, and just 1 in the antechamber. Shabti with the red crown as a
Man, it looked like this was just done yesterday.
Deep in Armenia's mountains stand 5,000-year-old dragon stones carved with birds and strange faces, because who doesn't love a giant rock giving you the side-eye for 5,000 years? Are these art pieces or messages from the past? Deep in Armenia's mountains.
Giving you the side eye for 5,000 years is wild. What temple was that? They found some artifacts while they were down there. How strange. Look at this. This looks like it was taken off of some type of old school building. This one looked like it was some type of woman. Yeah, they did find some artifacts underground. What a mystery. What are those tunnels even doing there? All those ancient artifacts look like an entire different world used to be down there. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Called it the owl tree.
Yep.
For obvious reasons. The Spanish didn't use owls. They didn't use lizards. They didn't use bunnies or any other little furry creature. This was a heart. The heart had pretty much one meaning. Not because the books say so. It meant there's a king's mine nearby, okay? I could see very clearly that it's a heart.
How can you see it's a heart? Point that out to me.
The trees grow in from the sides.
Yep.
Okay? Just like this. Now, to validate that, we had to go in and core sample and find the outer edge of the original carving where it meets this surface, okay? You can date it by core sampling. Called it the owl tree.
Yep.
For obvious reasons.
I see a arrowhead or a spade more than a heart in that tree. Made it this far, the code word is Fantastic Friday. Go ahead and drop Fantastic Friday in the comments below. That lets me know that you're a real one. You made it all the way through. And I just want to say thank you. Your support means the world to me. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow.